Let me know when you come in because I can't see my screen and I cannot see who is coming in. Welcome to this presentation about the Misisa Expedition, this expedition that ranges from Kinshasa to the region of Kasai Oriental in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. This is a briefing call to simply give you more information about this one-of-a-kind expedition. To begin with, we begin with a story. Many people dream of vacationing in places like Greece, right? My parents, when I was a little girl, got free airline tickets to go to Greece. Instead of vacationing in Greece, they decided before going to see other people's places and countries and towns, we needed to see our own village. And that is how they took the whole family, all 7 kids, 7 children at a time. We flew to Mbujimai, that's the closest city to our village, and then rented a Land Rover 4x4 and drove from village to village to appreciate the different family members, to meet the different family members we have along the way, going all the way to our ancestral village, which is the village of Benakaimbe Benamwadi. It's just amazing. It was a family trip that was the most beautiful, meaningful family trip ever. And it's really, really showed how our roots hold treasures, stories, traditions, wisdom, and that the world is waiting to discover that. And for the world to discover that, we ourselves, the children of the land, need to reconnect with our knowledge, with our traditions, in order to be able to share it with the world. Thank you for joining this briefing call. Now we're going to the next page talking about what's the meaning behind the Misisa expedition. Misisa, by the way, means roots, racine. That's the base of one's cultural soul, the base of one's soul, period, in so many different levels. So the vision of the Misisa expedition is to shine a global light on Congo's cultural and natural heritage by uniting traditional sports, living arts, and ancestral knowledge in an international cultural and multimedia adventure. The mission of the expedition is to bring communities together through sports, art, ancestral. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think it's just telemarketing. It happens a lot. Let's get back to the mission of the Misisa expedition to bring communities together through sports, art, and educational events in order to pass down skills and stories through ambitious audiovisual documentation. It's also to spark intergenerational dialogue, civic engagement, and cultural pride by knowing, oh, what I'm doing is finally recognized by people from different groups. How beautiful that is. To elevate local talent, Congolese creativity, and women's active participation. That is the most moving one to have space events where women can finally participate. This is what's going to be happening for the very first time in the history of Congo, of both Congos, I must say, Congo-Kinshasa and Congo-Brazzaville. For the very first time on October 18, for a canoe race, which happened only once before in the 80s in the history of the DRC and happened a few years ago in Congo, in Brazzaville, next door, on the other side of the River Congo. But for the very first time, women will be will be participating in this canoe race. They've already signed up. We have as of 3 days ago, there were 62 people who signed up from Brazzaville for the race. So they'll have to leave their country, cross the River Congo, and come and race in Kinkole in the DRC for this amazing contest. So it's so exciting to see that finally women, children, and people who have handicap will be allowed to participate in the canoe race on October 18, 2025. So awesome, amazing. Now, on to the third slide. Now we're talking about the route and the timeline. So picture this. It's a 3-month journey covering more than 2,000 kilometers. As I narrate each stage, I invite you to visualize the landscape, the people, the cultural heartbeat we will encounter. We start with the key stops, Kinshasa, on October 18, 2025. This is the launch of the canoe race, as well as the contest of the best fisher. Yes, you heard me right, best fisher. It could be best fisherman or best fisherwoman, or even beyond that. So this is Kinshasa, and then the expedition will be moving on to Kikwit. Outside of Kikwit is the village of Gungu, which is full of cultural activities. They weave their own fabrics. They have dancers, acrobatic dancers, and so they have agreed to come together and for us to do a festival. We don't even have the name of the festival yet. There's already a festival of Gungo, so we have to find a new name. This could be the Festival of the Stealth Dancers. That will be November 15. After the Stilt Festival, we'll be moving on to Chikapa, traveling to Chikapa, where on November 29, we'll have the festival, the Kasala Festival. This is a festival gathering griot storytellers, traditional storytellers from all that region area. We'll be gathering in one particular village that is full of griot, that is very well known, and having people travel from Chikapa, which is the closest city, to the village, and from other villages to that particular Kasala festival. The very first time ever that a Kasala festival will be taking place in the DRC. So beautiful. After Chikapa will be traveling to Kananga, where we have in December, there will be a tournament of a traditional martial art called Bisumba. Uh, it's like wrestling. It is wrestling in the mud. This is perfect. This is during the rainy season. So there'll be plenty of mud to go around and to use for the, the wrestling match of Bisumba. Between Kananga and Mbujimai being the next big city where we're heading to, we'll be stopping in two different villages. The first village is Mushenge. Mushenge is a royal village where they also make their own clothing. They are the ones who make the famous Kuba cloth that is being seen and distributed all over the world. But now it's about discovering the people behind the cloth. What are their values, their stories? What are their ways of living, of believing, of seeing the world? After Mushenge, there's also a village called Mutoto. This is the village, and I kid you not, the village that has the most stars ever. It is incredible. You go to that village and it's nighttime. You just stare up. Unbelievable. The number of stars in the one space. Stars in Chuluba is Mutoto, hence the name of the village. Such an incredible spiritual sacred space, and we'll be interacting with the residents, with the healers of the space to explain to us what is happening, to give us a visit, a tour of this amazing spiritual site. Afterwards, we'll be moving on to Mbujimai. Mbujimai is the town closest to the ancestral village where we're heading to finish this expedition, the ancestral village of Benakaimbi Binamwadi. So you have the gist of it in this route and timeline. Now, let's look at the signature activities. Oh, apparently I forgot to change this one. Les activités phares is just the French version of it. So the signature activities we have in Kinshasa, the Congo, the canoe race on the Congo River. We also have the best fisher contest, which is amazing. In the Kikwit region, in addition to the Stilt Festival, we have people so skilled in climbing trees. We're going to have competitions about that, tree climbing. In France, they came up with the word parcours. However, this is the traditional parcours where people did it way before the brand parcours even came about. In addition to that, there'll be music and healing festivals. So we talked about the Kasala Festival. We talked about the Stilt Festival. There'll also be a festival of traditional arts. Bisomba, the wrestling in the mud. You have Kabubu. You have Libanda. Those are all different African traditional martial arts that exist. We're bringing them together in one festival in Kinshasa as well. It's quite amazing to see that. And of course, in the village of Benakaimbe, Benamwadi, we're going to have a village Olympiad with archery. It's a warrior village of the Luba people. In addition to that, you have sacred forest walks, and as we mentioned, music and healing festivals. What can you expect? Here's the expected impact. Misisa is far more than a journey. It is a force for transformation across 4 key dimensions. Cultural is to safeguard and the transmission of ancestral wisdom, ancestral knowledge, to reviving the pride and visibility for Congolese tradition, creating living spaces where elders teach and youth claim their heritage, and they're reclaiming it. On the economic level, we generate temporary jobs for the first front, and on longer term, we also support artisans and village chiefs and boost local economies with hospitality, transport, craft sales along the entire routes. However, on the longer term, we are creating a network of artisans and skill set people where we are setting up structures, collaboratives, where they continue to produce and furnish their products so that the economy continues to live on. For example, Kinshasa, we're creating a collaborative of fishermen and fisherwomen. We're handling the marketing and the actual sales of the fish. So basically, we are tying the producers with the customers using modern technology, using marketing and communication. The third level of impact is environmental. I'll end with the media because, well, I want to show you a video of that. The third level is environmental, showcasing the forest, the rivers, the ecosystem, inspiring protection and promoting sustainable cultural ecotourism. Very important. The fourth level is the media level, producing a feature. We'll be producing a feature documentary and lots of short videos on social media and a massive distribution of them across TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and also across television sets as we'll be syndicating the content to reach millions and millions of people worldwide. Here's a taste of the media impact. So by supporting the Misisa Expedition, you are not just funding an event, you are investing in lasting cultural, economic, media, and environmental impact. This is a national and international undertaking requiring a total budget of $157,000 for 3 months of travels, cultural events, sports competitions, audiovisual production, and communication. This budget highlights the fuel and logistics for vehicles, canoes, and traveling crews, the audiovisual production, the drones, the cameras, the storage, the multi-platform broadcasting, the event organization, the artist fees, the traditional knowledge keepers, the community leaders, the paid advertising in every city for public engagement and media coverage. We're really inviting the different surrounding population to participate physically, while we're inviting the virtual viewers to participate virtually. And we also have security, lodging, food, and field equipment that is counted in this entire budget that is covering 3 months of an expedition with more than 2,000 kilometers of roads and lasting impact being covered. This is a high return investment, cultural and economic benefits, measurable media search, and international visibility for every single partner. Here we'll talk a little bit about the communication and advertising. We're having a powerful multi-channel media strategy, paid urban billboards, radio, television, spots, press, ads, and sponsored social media. We're having tailored campaigns per city. For example, in Kinshasa, we're spending $5,900, which is double the investment for maximum national impact. Kinshasa is a capital city of close to 20 million people. So the budget is doubled because of that, is bigger because of that. In Congo, Kikwit, we'll be spending $1,850 for the Still Festival to bring people, not just for the Still Festival, for the walkthrough, to bring people to the Still Festival, to also get involved in different other activities. We have artistic workshops with students and university students and elementary students, high school kids as well. We're having walks in the forest with different healers. There's a massive population of healers in the Kikwit area. So interacting with them, having a symposium of healers right there with those who are the keeper of the knowledge. In Chikapa, spending about the same amount, 1,850 to put on the Kasala, to advertise, to bring people to the Kasala festival, engagement of the people in that sector. Interestingly enough, in the Chikapa region, there is a big artisanal mining community that really are in need of social services. So we have invited the Ministry of the Mines to come in with a representative to help give the proper information needed so that an artisanal miner can thrive better by knowing the regulation, by knowing what rights they have. Those are all happening while we are presenting and interacting with the community. So important every time to always keep in mind, how do we enhance the community that we are engaging with? And that's one example. Kananga will be spending a smaller budget, 1480, as well as Mbujimai as well, but always in the forefront to advertise, to talk, to have the clear people who go out in the community and community engagers that we find locally. They go out and tell people, this is what's going on. You have to come. This is really interesting. And sometimes they even have megaphones to do that. But it works because those are the people they know. Those are the people they trust. And those are the people they are listening to. So this is why we're using the different traditional local way of communicating, which is still part of the strategy of paid advertising. An estimated $12,560 on paid media. This is dual local and global approach, ensuring strong community turnout and global visibility for our partners. Moving on to the teams. Maybe I should introduce myself. My name is Kabuika Kamunga, and I am the person who is coming up with this vision. My background, I'm an international journalist. I have an MBA. I combine strategic communication, cultural innovation, and business leadership to design and deliver global impact projects like the Misisa Expedition. Well, this is really very much in my wheelhouse, bringing that together, the skill set together to produce the Misisa Expedition. Then we have a technical lead, Didier Bangisa, who has more than 25 years of experience in construction and project management experience in both Africa and in Europe. He's expert in complex logistics and sustainable innovation, constantly innovating by looking at what's on the ground, what is in front of him, what can we do with what we have, and coming up with amazing solutions. The community relations lead is Afikel Ganzumba, the spiritual guide. He's making sure that the expedition, remember, is culturally grounded. So it's also making sure that it's not only the physical level that is respected, but also on the spiritual level that is respected, because that is very much part of the culture. So this is also an important aspect to keep in mind that will be respected throughout the Misisa Expedition. And he is the spiritual guide and the expert in African traditions, in spiritual traditions as well, helping us interact better with the different traditional healers, the different traditional leaders, village chiefs that we meet, always making sure that we are respecting all the protocol that exists, the cultural protocol. Then we have Spiritus, an artist and educator leading the artistic workshops with adults, with children. We do have specialists in cultures, communication, field logistics that we meet along the way who are knowledgeable in their region, and we will be collaborating with them as well. They will be part of the team for the amount of time we are in that specific area. We have the logistic coordinator. He's actually the one who moves on ahead of us to plan, to scout location, to get key contacts before we even reach the area. This really makes for an effective operations when we are on the ground, when the team is on the ground. Remember, documentary storytelling is full of visuals. So we do use drone to really produce this amazing visual of the landscape of the amazing places we are traveling through. And we'll have a drone lead. This requires special regulation in Congo, who will be ensuring those high quality videos and drone footage and continuously publishing it across digital platform and keeping and bringing that together to the documentary as well. We have a sound engineer. We're talking about good video is really good radio with images. And having sound is absolutely key. We're talking about the traditional storytelling that will be done so that we can hear the details of this, the speaking, the singing, the traditional music that will be done, the sound of the sports people grunting, or the sound of the paddle in the Congo River. All that is sound. And we'll be using those sound, making sure that Those sounds are very much key in the storytelling that we want to transmit, that we want to share with the communities, the local communities, and the world. An additional film crew member, simply because there will be so much to capture at the same time. And we want to maximize the capturing of images, of action, of knowledge as we are doing this expedition. So that's for the team. Moving on to partnerships and opportunities. Again, a title in French. Misisa offers tailored partnership levels for every brand ambition. So we're starting with the top title sponsor. This is the Misisa. Basically, Misisa Expedition is presented by your brand, and this is featured all across stages and also in the final documentary. The technology, the second level is the technology sponsor. It's full of visibility with cameras, on cameras, drone footage, and on all digital content. Media partner is the third level. We co-broadcasting rights and exclusive editorial access. So all partners gain something out of that. They gain global visibility across platforms and during live productions. They have strategic logo placement on vehicles, tents, canoes, and film credits. The corporate social responsibility impact is amazing. It's preserving culture, training youth, and supporting local creation. The next steps. What are the next steps? Today we are meeting for the briefing, giving you more information. We're also confirming partnership so that we have an idea who are the partners who really are engaged and want to be part of the Misisa Expedition. And so we already structuring the media bits on social media that will be involving the partners' names as well already. October 1st, this is confirming the first partnership group and securing core funding. October 18 is the grand launch, the Congo River canoe race and best fisher contest happening. These milestones gives every partner time to integrate their brand, their message for maximum impact from day one. Thank you so much for joining this briefing call, and we hope you will join the Misisa Expedition as partner, as investor, or even as a media ally. Feel free to contact me. My email address is kabuika@amfika.cd. Amfika is a company registered in the Democratic Republic of Congo. CD is a DRC web extension. You have my phone number. It's also my WhatsApp number, 507-581-4121. Feel free, if you have any questions, to email me, call me. The whole team is there to respond to any question you may have. It has been a pleasure to meet with everyone today, and we hope to hear from you soon. Bolamu Bolingo. Take care.